Hello Cancer, welcome to your reading for the 18th to the 25th of April 2026, and it is going to be general, so please take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Let's welcome in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, light beings, spirit guides, our higher selves, and any animal, ancestral or dragon guides you feel resonant with, Cancer. Okay, we're just going to see what's going to jump here for the start. And we have the Ten of Swords and Three of Cups. Well, these are two very different energies here at the moment, Cancer. Just recently, maybe there's something you finished up with and you are like really happy that you did. Just recently. There's something, I think, maybe Ten of Swords that was giving you stress, mental exhaustion. It could have, been a situation that you were involved in, maybe work or, maybe some sort of psychological drama that you've been involved in that you decided to not participate in anymore. Maybe there were other people involved. Maybe this was just, maybe you've just decided to change your outlook, change your focus. Maybe you were, involved with technology a lot. Maybe there was something, that you were even very intensely involved with that you've let go of, and it's just like you've been feeling really great ever since. Okay. And not only that, but you're also Six of Pentacles and the World here. I think you're feeling that having let go of this thing, whatever it was, it's given you some more balance and a more balanced approach in terms of maybe it's allowing you to feel into your higher self or other aspects of your being and be able to create a purpose that has physical, that sort of connects to the physical world, but also the spiritual world. And maybe there's a coming together there of those energies at the moment for you, Cancer. I feel like maybe you're in that energy now. There could also be a spirit guide or a celestial dragon here that is helping you out, or maybe you were a dragon, okay, in a past life. General direction forward is the Eight of Cups and the King of Swords. So I think you're going to keep moving towards whatever it is that's giving you fulfillment, and you're activating your King of Swords here, which is a masterful energy in terms of your consciousness, your intellect, your ability to communicate, and also to be aware of what you need in terms of like environment, like what type of air you need to be in. So you might sometimes feel like, you enjoy the hubbub of like a city or a town or something, but then there might be other times when you're like, well, I just need some fresh air. I need the air to be not, full of all these other energies going on, and maybe you go out to nature, okay, like this picture here. Cancer, maybe you're going out into nature regularly as well, in the name of, you know what your consciousness needs here. I think this is the general direction. You're going to be transitioning regularly to bring yourself into a higher consciousness, into different environments that are going to be resonant for you. General direction moving forward is the Eight of Wands and the Four of Cups. So whilst this is a boredom energy, I think you're also really aware of, if something's not working or it's a bit disappointing. You know what you need to do here, Cancer. You know the action steps you need to take. You know the, how quickly you need to move, if you need to make transitions. This is kind of about transitions. Eight of Wands, Eight of Cups. Okay, Cancer, you are navigating between the frequencies now. Right, you're navigating between probably third dimension, fourth dimension, and fifth dimension, and you're kind of going between them. If this is like, you know, maybe a third, fourth dimensional emotional frequency here, Four of Cups, where something's not working and there's kind of a preoccupation with disappointment, then it's like, okay, we're going to change that. This is like Eight of Wands, boom. And you know what I know what you need to do here, Cancer. And you won't be making that transition once. This is like 8 times. Maybe there's going to be 8 more shifts or upgrades that you're going to go through. Let's have a look at your outcome as well. I mean, we keep upgrading it throughout our whole lives, but maybe there's going to be 8 key upgrades that you're going to be receiving, or the number 8 could be of relevance for you. Also a number of infinity, the infinity symbol, number 8, okay. The element of fire as well. So, you know, it's potentially transformative, I think, for you. You're going to be transforming that Four of Cups energy. You also have the Five of Cups, yep. 6 of Swords, that's nice. And you have the Two of Swords and the King of Pentacles in your challenge. So even then we talked about moving from low frequency to high frequency. I feel like this is going to be kind of like a bit of an area of your expertise here, Cancer. This is low frequency, okay? And this is 6 of Swords. Using the mind to move into peace, harmony, balance, mindfulness states. But also with the air, this is about the communication. So you will be able to be aware of your thoughts, of your words that you're using, and also of the breath, okay? Because air, the suit of air, the air we breathe, right? And yeah, this is your outcome, is that you're going to be shifting this. If you have been sort of a little bit preoccupied on what's not working, you're going to be just going, well, okay, F that. It's going to be, you know, 8 of Swords energy, boom. And you're going to be sort of almost instantaneously kind of just moving into this a more harmonious kind of environment, harmonious thoughts. Yeah, harmonious generally, right? In the area of your challenge, two of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So it's like there's something that you are aiming for here, Cancer, and maybe you're not aware of what it is at the moment, but it's going to be abundant, okay? But you might not be seeing that at the moment, okay? You know, it's like I think there's a goal that you have in mind, but you might be aware of the general field of your operations, but it might be that in terms of the target is going to shift. That's what I'm trying to get at, okay? There's going to be some evolutionary steps, maybe these 8 steps here, that at the moment you may have a challenge seeing that it's going to create your abundance, but it ultimately will. Yeah. Let's grab some spirit guidance now. Two of Cups and the Four. And the Four of Cups again. Okay, so Spirit's sort of saying that this Four of Cups, although that was the Five of Cups, you do have the Four of Cups twice in your reading, is at those times when you're feeling a bit focusing on what's not working, and it's really about Spirit sort of also saying here to apply some Fool energy to it, you know, like taking some calculated risks, believing in your talent, skills, gifts and abilities to help you shift out of this Four of Cups, okay? And this might be just tweaking your environment, it might be tweaking an activity that you're doing, or tweaking your focus, literally what you're looking at or what you're hearing or what you're tasting or something, okay? This is about tweaking that. And then the Two of Cups here is, this is healing. It's a very healing connection. So I think there's some inner healing and inner alchemy that you're going through here, Cancer. And I think it's something to do with this, the higher frequency version of you is now realizing that a lot of the lower frequency stuff is actually not true, okay? Because it's like you're making these transitions quickly into high frequency. So instead of the low frequency being previously the default, which was probably this Ten of Swords here, instead of that being the default, okay, it's like you've hit on this joy frequency, and I think you're realizing that this is the inner truth of you, okay? This is your inner truth. It's not that this is the exception to the rule, okay? This is the this one here is the exception to the rule. Okay. Yeah, because this is the rule. This one rules. Okay, joy. Because at the moment, you know, you're in this harmonious world, environment, universe, kind of, and you may even be even feeling into this galactic energies coming through now. Okay, a lot of high frequency stuff coming through, where a lot of these other beings, other collectives, are very centered, connected to source energy, and they kind of just feel in this like joy, upliftment frequency a lot of the time, okay? More so than the other way. Whereas usually with humans, it's like we may have spent, you know, most of our lives in the low frequency, and occasionally we'll feel joy, and it's like, oh, wow, that's not normal. Okay, for some of us, you know, that's kind of some of the experience. It can feel really great, but it's like, oh, now I've got to come back down and do everything else. You know what I mean? So it's, yeah. But this is about you, Cancer, like really kind of mastering, using this Fool. This is the source energy that I was just talking about. That's why I just mentioned the source, obviously, not tomato sauce, which I did have with my lunch, but we're talking about the source, universal source energy that we are all fractals of, and it's literally joy, unconditional love, peace, harmony, balance. Okay, Cancer, and I think you're realizing that that is the default now, that's your default, and you are, every time you get challenged, you know, Five of Cups, you're applying the Six of Swords here, okay, peace, harmony. Even with your Four of Cups here, you're feeling bored, a bit down. You're going, okay, I'm just going to hit it with some high energy stuff. We're going to, you know, get busy. And it could even be here that maybe with your King of Swords, maybe it's over-analysis at times, Cancer. Maybe at times you're going into over-analysis, and then you're just going, well, you know, I'm going to hit it with the Eight of Cups. I'm going to move from that, even though it's okay. I'm going to move into something that's a little more maybe full body activation, maybe appealing to my emotions, my feelings, my soul, okay, instead of analytical, like analyzing everything. Yeah. And even this, you know, abundance here, this can sort of be like, this is procrastination, Two of Swords. And sometimes we use little, you know, the procrastination dramas that can sort of play out. And this is about really just going, well, okay, I'm just going to hit it with, I'm just going to chill, you know, do something good for my health, well-being. Okay. So I think overall, you're generally moving into this source connection is what I'm getting from this. Yeah, Two of Cups, because here you are connecting to source. You're connecting back to your higher self that is the fractal of source. Okay. Depending on your, you know, belief system, I suppose we can call that anything, right? Here we go, Two of Swords. Yeah. Okay, so this was that idea of that you no longer have to feel this paralysis by analysis here, Cancer. It's really just a matter of shifting your experience and not getting caught up in the mind of, you know, caught up in the mechanics of the decisions and being, you know, maybe overthinking decisions and things like that. Now, that's not to say sometimes you do have to think things through, okay? But you know when too much is too much, right? Page of Wands. Yeah. You are inspired to align with your passion now, Cancer. You are letting go of the old energies, and this is the new inspired passion, drive, fire, transformative force element coming through for you. You know, Eight of Wands, direction moving forward, fire, energy, change, right? Nine of Cups, yep, emotional fulfillment. Because this is generally what you're moving towards here. You did have the 8 in the underlying theme, and this is what you are moving towards, the 9, okay? Yep. And we have here also the Magician. Wow, you are using all of the elements at your disposal. Okay, Cancer. So literally, you're applying your earth, you know when you need to ground. You're applying water, you know when you need to go into flow. You're applying fire to this transformative get up and go, you know, when you need to do that. And the air, it's like you're going, okay, I'm going to do some breath work. Now I'm going to be expressing myself. You know, then you're going to be doing all that stuff. And you will be obviously, you know, thinking about things, meditating, using your higher consciousness. But you won't be going into, you know, that Two of Swords energy. Although that can be talking about going within. But it won't be that you will be experiencing indecision and, you know, going into Ten of Swords. I mean, you know, this is like overthinking. This is like too much information coming in. Just getting overwhelmed with the information. Overwhelmed with all of the low frequency concepts, beliefs, ideas. Even the low frequency things that we see in the media, okay? It's kind of like you're done with it. That's kind of what this reading is saying, because you're more or less going, well, you know, I'd rather be doing that. And I don't blame you. Right, so basically this is your high frequency self coming through. Spirit guidance is the Fool card. It's connect with source, connect with your center. Connect with that part of you that is source. Divine blueprint, source self-embodiment. I now have chills. Divine blueprint. Yes, Cancer, this is what you are activating right now, okay? Source self-embodiment, inspiration, you are ready. Boom. I'm so glad I chose this deck for this week, because I feel like this is a real high frequency deck for the Oracle for the last card. And you know, if you want to just freeze that and really kind of look at that image for a while, that is like angelic self, okay? This is your angelic self, Cancer. We are here to blow the low vibe out of the water. We're blowing out the old paradigm. We're starting a new one. And Cancer, you are going to be, you know, probably more than likely that in that group of people that's going to be some of the shakers and the movers, okay, of bringing in the new energies. Wow, I've got chills. That's awesome for you, Cancer. Hope that's been helpful. We will wrap it up there. But yeah, look forward to your next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.